All the best for your UPSC Prelims exam that is going to be conducted on 25th May. As soon as Prelims exam is over, within 1 week, you have to definitely start writing the mains test series. As time for mains is very less. Mains exam is starting from 22nd August. So at Sarat Chandra IAS Academy, we are launching the UPSC mains test series with the name Anukaran from June 4th. And you write the exams till 16th August. We are dividing this test series into 20 tests. In these 20 tests, 8 exams are sectional exams, subject-wise exams, only polity, only history, geography, economy, like that. 8 sectional exams will be there, and these sectional tests would help you in finishing your revision. As you read subject by subject, you become strong in subject and write our examination. Your entire revision over, followed by 8 full-length tests. Full-length tests. These full-length tests, in these 8, the 4 full-length tests would have enough time between the exams, gap will be there. But the next 4 full-length tests will be exactly like UPSC examination. One day paper 1, paper 2, another day GS3 and GS4. And then we are conducting 4 essay exams. And test series helps you, number 1, in revision, 2, in learning time management, and 3, getting the simulation of UPSC mains examination. And we are going to evaluate the papers within 5 days. And the evaluation would be done by the subject experts both offline and online. You can use our offline evaluation facility at Hyderabad Vijayawada, and you can use online facility if you are unable to access these 2 places. And the evaluator will not just give you the additional information, because I have seen that lot of test series in the market, the evaluators are only giving additional points. If you write a good answer, let us say you have written some 7 to 8 points, they are adding 4 more points. If this is the answer sheets, I have seen most of the evaluations around in Hyderabad, Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, that if a student writes the answer, they'll add 1 more point, they'll add 2, 3, so they are giving additional information. And I feel this information is not required in evaluation, because anyhow in the model answer, you will have all the points. We will be giving the model answers for the test we are conducting. In those model answers, you can gain the information, the knowledge, additional points that you have missed. So in the evaluation, we would be only telling you the improvements in the style of your answer writing, how to make your introductions and conclusions more effective and impactful, and are you missing any dimensions in the answer? If you miss any dimension, we are going to tell you about the dimension. And also how to arrange the points. Are you writing the priority points, most important points at the top, so that evaluator would be impressed in the beginning itself? So arranging the points, and then what is the length of each point that you are maintaining? Sometimes some candidates write a very simple points in a lengthy way. So we will be telling them how to compress those points. And are you giving enough examples? Are you adding the current affairs? Are you giving your opinion? If required, are you drawing any maps? So these are the kind of additions we would do while evaluating your answer. So that with whatever knowledge you have got, without adding any new knowledge, with whatever knowledge you have got, how can you improve the score is the idea of our evaluation. Of course, we will give the model answers also, and those model answers definitely help you in improving your knowledge also. Also, as our research team, the content team, has developed these mains test series papers purely based on 2021 to 24 mains papers, because in the last 3 to 4 years, the mains questions pattern have changed. Even from last year's mains test series of Sarat Chandra IAS Academy, several questions have repeated. I mean, not directly verbatim, but the repeated concept wise, because we are able to expect most possible questions. Similarly, this year also in test series, we are expecting the most possible probable questions, and based on that, we are making our test series. Friends, our test series starts with ethics paper. The reason is, in ethics, you can spend less time and still get very high marks. In GS 1, 2 and 3, you have to study a lot of, subjects, information, gain a lot of knowledge, facts. And if you start with GS 1 in the mains preparation in the next 2 to 3 months, by the time you come to ethics, time will not be there for you. Hence, we are starting with ethics, the first of the ethics exam only. And once you write ethics exam you can prepare in some 1 week time. From May 25th to June 4th, you can focus on ethics. And focusing on ethics is relaxing also, because of prelims, anyhow you studied history, geography, economy, politics, environment, etc. So if you work hard on the ethics for the next 7 to 8 days, and if you write the ethics exam, definitely you will know where to improve. For example, if case studies you are weak, or theory questions you are weak, you can improve them over the next 2 to 3 months, and you can get 130 plus in ethics easily. For example, in ethics, theory questions, in the last 3 years, the length of the question is increasing, depth of the question is increasing, and even sometimes the vagueness of the question is increasing. See, vagueness in the sense is not vague, it's really meaningful only, but appears to be vague and takes time for us to understand what is the demand of the question. It has become very subjective, very subjective. As I see some of my students, they understand the question differently. Hence, we have to start with ethics, and in our test series also, we are giving the questions in such a way that they match with these parameters in ethics. And coming to the case studies, see, broadly in a case study, either government system or private system, corporation, either you are the person who has to take decision or your friend of the person who has to take decision. So only these cases are there. But last 3 to 4 years, the case studies are also becoming more issue based, current affairs based, where you get less chance of showing your knowledge on ethical terms. You should be able to explain the answer with the integrity without being able to use many ethics terms. So current affairs, you can use articles of constitution, you can use some of the government policies or facts, reports, acts, etc. also you can use in these case studies. Hence, we have made the case studies, we have asked the questions of case studies in such a way that it matches all these parameters. Then in general studies 1, what we observed is, in the history and geography, there is no much difference in the last 10 years. Questions are conceptual, factual, slightly analytical. 1 or 2 questions are completely unknown. For example, in geography last year, the question was about twister. Why most twisters occur around Gulf of Mexico. And many people do not know the meaning of twister. It's actually tornado. So such kind of questions are coming in geography these days, last few years. However, history, geography, preparation-wise, no need to change much. But society is something which you would not be preparing for prelims examination. And mains exam also, what I observed is most of the candidates spend a lot of time for history, geography, and they spend only 1 or 2 days or 0 days for society. And that is the reason behind getting less marks in GS1. Society questions are changing. In the last 3 years, geography, history are not changing. Society questions are becoming deeper. They are not asking shallow questions like before. So your answer should also be deeper. But most of the students, their answers are very shallow. They know only 1 or 2 lines of definition of some Sanskritization. They're using it and writing shallow answers, because of which they get less marks. So in our test series, observing this pattern of UPSC mains, we made questions of society deeper and very broader, deeper and broader also. So hence, friends, in our test series, if you practice society questions, it would be helpful to you in being able to write the actual UPSC paper very well, and our evaluators will help you in increasing the strength of your answer in society. In GS2, polity, as you know, always questions are static plus current affairs combination. When they ask current affairs question, you have to write the static part, conceptual part related to it. If they ask static question, you have to give current affairs example for it. Then governance and social justice questions are highly repetitive. Only PYQs are coming mostly. Same questions. Citizens Charter, e-governance, same questions are coming. Social audit. So there are a set of 25 topics from where the questions come. So our test series also covers those topics. Then international relations, the questions are increasing last few years. This year we are expecting 4 questions because this year internationally lot of things are happening, and in the news also most of the important news articles are coming on international relations and how it is impacting India. Hence, we will be asking IR questions mostly in our test series. Then, GS3, definitely if you observe the economic questions, the pattern of economic questions, they are giving a theme or dimension of economy which is covered in economic survey or budget or in the speech of president or prime minister. So our questions are also based on the same. Similarly, the disaster management, we are expecting more questions on earthquake, heat waves, landslides because of the current affairs of the last few months. In internal security, we are expecting questions on border management, terrorism, cross-border terrorism, etc. So, basically the mains shall be, you have to prepare mains by focusing most on expected questions. The thing is, of course, you have to go through all topics for mains, but definitely you have to focus more expected questions. And our test series helps you in revising these expected questions, expected topics. And environment is completely current affairs oriented. Science and technology also, as I told you, the questions are coming from certain terminologies or terms used in the movies or newspapers or magazines, which you can answer only if you know the term. So we are giving such questions mostly. And essay also, out of 8 questions, 5 questions are philosophical and 3 questions are slightly vague. I mean, out of 8, 3 questions are in such a way that mostly you should not even attempt those questions. In those 5 only, you should try to attempt the questions. So our evaluation of essay also makes you stronger in understanding the demand of the question, various dimensions you can add. You can see some of my essay writing videos. I solved 21, 22, 20, 24 essays. You can see in the YouTube my explanation for all 8 essays of last 4 years. So friends, these are the details of the series, and if you take out the series, definitely you will be covering the entire syllabus in the sectional exams and full exams, and our model answers are effective, which will give you knowledge information required for the mains, and our evaluation will be quick within 5 days by the experts, and we will be able to improve and enrich your answers. And we are keeping the exam such a pattern which will help you in revising as well as getting more marks in the mains examination. You can take the test series offline or online, and all the best. Do well.